The 2000 Darth Vader comic provides us with information which takes place 3 years after Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. The 13th issue of the comic begins with the same scene in Star Wars Episode 3, except this time we don't see Anakin, but we see Vader. He's confronting Obi-Wan. After Obi-Wan tells Vader to not try it, Vader uses the Force to choke Obi-Wan and throws him to the ground. Obi-Wan repeats the same lines he said in Revenge of the Sith. However, this time, it is him who's burning, while Vader is watching him. Suddenly, we see Vader meditating, where he was imagining all of this. Emperor Palpatine commands Vader to come to him and tells him that he has a task for him. Vader, of course, responds with yes, and goes to the old Jedi temple that has now become the new palace of Emperor Palpatine. Sidious tells him that this empire needs to evolve, and it needs to become more than a political abstraction. The Imperial Senate remains an illusion of many voices coming together to govern. In truth, there is only Palpatine's voice, and that it's time for the galaxy to understand this. Vader asks how. Palpatine replies and tells Vader that the planet Mon Cala would serve well as an example to the galaxy. The military power of the Empire has grown significantly in these past years, and now is the time to reveal that power. Vader asks if the station is ready, meaning the Death Star, which of course Palpatine replied with no. However, Vader's negotiating with the Mon Calamari King feels similar, as if he's working with an advisor. A Jedi? Asked Vader. Palpatine replied to Vader by saying, perhaps. He then ordered Vader to take his team, and if he finds any Jedi there, he shall destroy them. Afterwards, the Empire sent an ambassador to Mon Cala, where we jump to the scene where the Empire's ambassador is speaking to Mon Calamari's king. He asks him a question that only him, King Li Char, can answer. Does Mon Cala wish to remain a part of the Great Galactic Empire? After a long talk, it seemed like the ambassador wasn't really welcomed in Mon Cala. While on the Star Destroyer above the planet Mon Cala, the lieutenant informs Governor Tarkin that, however, he doesn't tell him whether the negotiating was successful or not, as they don't know yet. Next, a female officer informs Tarkin of an Imperial shuttle that just dropped out of hyperspace near them. Tarkin replies asking the officer about the shuttle, saying that they didn't expect any extra shuttle. He then asks for the shuttle's name. The officer replies saying that the shuttle's name is Infernum. Tarkin appears to have recognized the shuttle. The lieutenant who talked to him before the officer asks Tarkin if he is familiar with this shuttle. Tarkin replies with yes, and says that it represents an entirely different form of diplomacy. While the King Li Char and his companion Radis are speaking together, Radis spots someone coming out of the shuttle that just landed. He seems terrified and immediately asks about their identity. The shuttle lands and 3 Inquisitors head out of it, with clone Purge troopers. Commander Akbar politely tells the Inquisitors to stop right there. The Ninth Sister replies with absolutely and goes to Akbar. While she's going to him, he asks her about the identity of her and everyone with her, and why they landed an Imperial assault squad on his landing platform. The Ninth Sister gave Akbar a datapad and said that it would explain everything. Akbar read it and told her that bringing Inquisitors, and suddenly Vader walked out the shuttle. Akbar introduced himself to Vader and told him that he'll need to know what the Empire is planning to do here before he lets them operate on Mon Cala. Vader mocked the commander and sarcastically asked him if he read the red. Akbar replied saying that he did, and it looks like Vader has a job to do, and so does Akbar. Until he understands better, no Imperials are getting off this platform. He then continued and asked Vader why the Empire is here. While the negotiator that came here earlier and negotiated with the king walked to his shuttle, Vader replied to Akbar's question by saying that they're here to hunt an enemy of the Empire. Akbar replied saying that there is no enemy of the Empire here, when suddenly the ambassador's Imperial shuttle exploded into flames. The Inquisitors and Vader looked at the explosion, while Vader told the commander that he is mistaken. While on the Star Destroyer, Tarkin is informed of this, and so he sends attack vehicles to the planet as a result of the incident. Then, we jump into the next scene where we see an individual wearing Jedi robes. However, we can't see his face. The king approaches the Jedi, but we also can't see him. He asks if the Jedi is there and continues to say that the Empire is invading the planet. And the Jedi tells him to be calm and that they always knew this was a possibility. The king explains that that's not all. There is another group, the ones that he told him to watch for. The Jedi then replied, saying that he can deal with the Inquisitors. After, the king explained Vader, though he doesn't say his name as he doesn't know it. But the Jedi individual replies saying that he knows his name, Skywalker. Anyways, my friends, the comic ends here. However, we'll be covering the next issue on our next video, so stay tuned for that. And of course, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please drop a like, share it with your friends, and if you think you'll be watching our future videos, make sure to subscribe. May the Force be with you.